How you guys doing? Good?
What looks the same, what was different from the last time you saw Sean McDermott's defense?
You're saying back 2 years ago? I don't know. I don't know. The, they've been doing this for a long time. And so there's going to be little tools, little nuances here and there, little techniques. It seems like what they have been versus what they're doing now is just, little nuanced things. But it's real similar to what their identity is. And at the end of the day, they're a really good defense. They play together. They communicate well with each other. They play together as one unit. And I think those things are the things that you see are consistent carryovers from what they've been, 2 years ago and back to 4 years ago. It's not the same stuff.
What are your memories of that game 2 years ago?
It was very frustrating. I remember a very frustrating game. Obviously not how you want to start the season off, but I don't know. It's so hard. These games. It seems like Sean has an ability to live these games and internalize every nuance of everything that happened. Whatever it is, it's more of moments here and there for me. It was one of those games that you don't get things going early. Find a few plays here and there, but just weren't able to finish enough offensively. And a frustrating start to that season. But it is something I don't know if it's just as a player having to move on from things and be ready for that next week. But just little blips here and there. Yeah. I think being able just finding ways to finish, finding ways to keep stay positive. I think that was a big thing in the second half, moving the ball forward, and I thought the guys up front and Kyron did a great job. Blake did a great job running the ball, and when you can run the ball like that and stay ahead of the sticks, it makes everything a little bit easier. So I think that's obviously something that any team wants to do, and that's going to be a focus for us. I think being able to make sure that we can run the ball and stay ahead of the sticks. Feel good. Yeah, that was just Reggie, exercising his power. That's all it was.
How was that received? For someone like you, does he just come and say, you're not going today, you have a say in it? Or,
No, it's more of like a dictatorship, and he just kind of like says it is what it is, and he doesn't like when you guys want to be out there practicing. Guys want to be out there, with the team, with the guys, but he gets real moody if you say anything back to him. So we've just learned to let him think that he has the juice. Yeah. I think there's a little nuance here and there to it in terms of what kind of reaction you're getting from a defense, knowing that linebackers are getting into panic drops and things like that, especially when you run the ball well. Understanding that space opens up as you get down the field. We have been a lot more play action based than drop back this year, and you kind of get a feel for what those are, what the timing is of those things, and what your spots are. And we've done a very good job of being able to execute some of those things in the play action and movement game. And kudos to Matthew being able to do that stuff. It's tough when you turn your back to the defense, be able to flip back around and try to diagnose what's happening. But I think we've got one of the best in the world at doing that. And as receivers, you just want to distribute the field well and let him make throws. He's done a great job coming and give us some explosives. He obviously has a superpower to get down the field, and he's something that should be on the field. It's been something that we've talked about here for a while. He's shown that he can do it, and finding those spots for him, I think, has been a good thing for us offensively. he's made the most of those opportunities. So really happy for him, and he's shown that that's something that he's very capable of doing. I think Matthew has a thing against running the ball. He doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't like positive rushing yardage as a quarterback. So I think we had the first QB sneak a while back, and then we needed out to go back to neutral. And it's like, he just does not want to be in the positive for whatever reason. But it's kudos to him. He can do whatever he wants. He's old enough now. He can choose to do whatever it is he wants to do. But yeah, so you're never too old to QB sneak, in my opinion. But he lives by a different rule book.
Times over the last couple of years, Sean has stood in front of his post game and said, at halftime, there was a vocality from players and coaches like, "We want to run the ball. Let's run the ball." And then also last week, him telling everybody, "We are going to run the ball." But when players and coaches speak up in your time here, who has that been? Like really, who has the authority or empowerment to speak up when something like that is being said?
It hasn't been just one person. I think there's everyone's had their moment of just conviction and saying, hey, this is what I'm seeing out there, and this is a team game. It's a game that is won and lost based off of the collaboration of the guys out there, and if guys are convicted and feel a certain way, they're going to voice their opinions on it, and it's always done in a positive manner. It's always done with the intent of what can we do to move the needle forward, and that's welcomed by all of us. And the coaches have done a great job of accepting that stuff too, and being able to feed off that and seeing guys. When you see an offensive lineman saying, "Let's go, like run the ball again," you can get the ball and run it behind them again. And so it's been a good thing of just across the board having guys step up when they are feeling that conviction. Perfect. Thank you guys.
Excuse me. I thought it was great. I get to hear that guy come over to my house and hear him sing all the time. So it was only fair that everybody else gets to hear him sing as well. And I think that was such a cool moment for him to kind of get to do something that he loves and he has a passion for. And I love my guy Kobie. Yeah, I think in last year and being able to look back at it and kind of reflect and seeing somebody that took the opportunities to learn from one of the greatest players to ever play this game of football on that defensive side. So, and then being able to use those experiences that didn't happen and maybe not in the same situation for him last year, and this year being able to lead by example and to do the things that he can best on the football field and know that will rally guys around him, and then also taking the vocal leader in it as well and being somebody who can sing and knows his own voice and is confident in himself and being able to communicate with other people around him, not only on the defensive line but across the whole defense, and he's continued to thrive and be a leader on that defense for sure. Yeah.
What is that like for you? I mean, a lot of times people go to their first real job and they have to learn all overhand around them. But what is that like to have people who are like, be you and we support what you do?
Yeah, I think it's a credit to the entire environment that we have here. I just think of the positive energy that Coach McVay feeds into us and how that is reciprocated in each other in the locker room, and how great that feels when, man, you can talk about things that you have a passion about outside of football, and how that enjoys and that connects us even more out there on the football field. Of, man, I know Kyron is gonna ride. He's got this little RC driving wheel, and I'm like, I love driving. Steve loves driving, and just like the way to connect in a different level, and how that influences the game of football. I think that a level of communication and trust. I think communication is especially the big thing. As much as we trust Matthew Stafford and being able to communicate what we need as an offense, but then being able to communicate in each position. There's not every time where Matthew Stafford is talking about how a 9 technique is going to get blocked between the tight end and an outside receiver, or how we're going to the double, the combination between the guard and the tackle is getting upfield. So it allows you to build that trusted communication, and you learn different ways to communicate. You read body language, and all signs of communication start to come alive. Definitely. I think at the game, it's a game within a game. That's what our coaches have said to me, and it's something that I feel like it definitely has played an influence in my play style. And being like, man, if I'm hitting you as hard as I can all 3 quarters, by the 4th quarter, one of us, somebody's going to get ready to give out, and you got to be ready for that moment, because you never know when it's going to come. It may come in the 4th quarter in our 4-minute drive, or it may come in the 2nd quarter when we're trying to go close the half out with points or something like that. So the game within a game, 100%.
Worked on, is that just always instinctual, or what?
A little instinctual. I definitely, it's the guy I've watched a lot of tape on in Kupp. We've seen it put out that spin move on tape a couple times. So, and then definitely with our other coaches who are teaching our ball security and the ways to attack defense and stuff like that. So, trying to put an accumulation of all the things together.
We've seen a lot of young players talk about how they adapt against watching that. When you spend time with other players, whether it's like Pro Bowl or events and things like that, what questions do they ask you about that?
One is that, like, the no look pass. Is that like something that's like called in the huddle? Is that like something that he's like telling you, like, hey, I'm about to no look? I wish that is how it worked. That would make my job a lot easier for sure. Being like, man, on this one, I cleared the guy out, or the defender. I thought I was open, and then you're like, oh no, I'm actually open. I'm getting the ball. So, and then I guess just kind of how he is as a person, and somebody who sit down in the lunchroom and is talking to all the guys, and somebody in the meeting room who, as much as he's always talking about football and trying to make sure everybody's on the same page, he throws a good joke in there. He's quick-witted. His brain is probably running 1,000 miles per hour all the time. So somebody who you feel like you can trust, and you can rally behind easily. It's somebody that obviously our team has rallied behind him, but I'm sure in any locker room they would find him a rally guy.
What was your reaction when you found out?
I guess it definitely took me a little thinking of trying to process what the team was going to look like, and but I guess I never realized. I grew up a Packers fan in Las Vegas, so I was like, man, I never realized until I went back, and I was like, wow, I've probably watched you play a lot. I was just always cheering against you. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize. I never knew.
Not just this time of year, but in this game coming up against Buffalo, especially after what happened in 2022 in the season opener. I know you weren't here, but I'm sure that's been discussed in some of the physicality needed, not just to play December football, but especially starting with this team coming into town. What's been the emphasis this week, if any, from coaches and amongst players about that style of play?
Yeah, I think it's definitely, there's been a run emphasis for us for a long time, physicality and us being able to get on the same page and to impose our will. So I think that's something that our team, we've been building along, and we found moments where we feel like we're confident in that, but it's trying to find that consistent execution in that. And I know it's maybe it hasn't been verbalized this week, but it's definitely something that's been understood in these last couple of weeks of trying to find our groove, and then also to find our rhythm as our offense, and to emphasize our identity, what we feel like we play our game style.
Thank you.